Hey guys, and welcome back to another predictions video, and in today's video I'm going to be predicting the Ajagba versus Kossobutskiy fight. If you're new around here though and you haven't subscribed, please do so. Like the video if you do need like the video, and let's get straight into it. So, going into this fight, Ajagba is 17-1 with 13 KOs, and Kossobutskiy is 19-0 with 18 KOs. This fight is a 10-round fight in the heavyweight division. Ajagba's last fight was a win via unanimous decision versus Shaw, and Kossobutskiy's last fight was a win via KO in round 3 versus Mohammed. Kossobutskiy is 34 and Ajagba is 29. Ajagba is 6'6" and Kossobutskiy is 6'3". So advantages in that aspect for Ajagba, of course, age advantage, height advantage. Coming off probably not the best of performances. I feel like definitely could have gone through the gears more, showed more, but to be fair, he's never really been one to really push the tempo, but it was an alright performance. It was a performance which showed somewhat good bits of ability and showed that he was quite dominant, and it wasn't terrible. Kossobutskiy's last fight was a lot more dominating of a performance, but against a lot less of her opponent, and was an interesting fight. So it wasn't really one which showed too much other than just the fact that Kossobutskiy was powerful, and I feel like that's inevitable and obvious with the record, really. Also on this card, though, I mean, the main event for this card is Anderson versus Rudenko. I just prefer this fight as a fight, to be completely honest, the Ajagba fight, but this fight is the main event, of course, and I think that Anderson will win via TKO round 7. Rudenko, I think he's past his best. He's been in with some tough opposition, gone the rounds with some tough opposition. I think this is a good fight for Anderson, coming off a bit of a, not lackluster performance, but a bit of a tougher performance last time out, and it's nice to see him back out again active, especially after that performance, which, like I said, maybe wasn't the best. But I felt like he'd be back to winning ways, be able to get a stoppage late in this one, and then push on to even bigger things, and people be reminded how good Anderson is, I think, with his performance. Back to the Ajagba-Kossobutskiy fight. Ajagba's loss came via unanimous decision versus Sanchez in 2021. So let's speak about the fighters though. So Ajagba, he's a physically strong fighter. He's got a good commanding jab. He holds his range quite well. Got good straight shots, stands and bangs. He's tough. Got a good chin, a decent chin. I mean, against Sanchez, he took a shot when he was down on one knee, and it was a nailed on shot from point blank range, and he had no defense because he was down on one knee at that point, and he still got up and carried on with the rest of the fight like it was nothing really. But so a decent chin, really. He controls the centre on the front foot. He likes to be. He's accurate, got solid timing. He used his straight shots and his strong, powerful, commanding jab well against Shaw. Held the range quite well against Shaw. Didn't show too much, like I said, but it was nice front foot controlling. Good jab. You don't always necessarily see that good jab. Even in boxing in general, you need to see that, and that's where the fundamental is from, and it's nice to see that he always utilises that. He's got arguably a lack of aggression. His development is needed. I would say I don't think he's been fighting for more than 6 to 7 years, so development is coming and developing with every fight. He's not overly technical. He does stand upright. He doesn't really throw many combinations. Relatively one-dimensional. Got a bit of a lack of movement. His head can be quite open, quite slow, open to counters. Kind of lacks that creativity a bit. He's got a low output, and I think there was definitely possibilities where he could have got short out of there in that fight. I think he just has to let his hands go more, show some more combinations, throw other shots than what is just them straight shots. And even if he is going to throw them just them straight shots, just throw them more and throw them in more of a combination-like format, and maybe work on that head movement a bit. The fact that he is just so upright means that he's going to get caught with shots, going to get hit with shots. That lack of movement, the open head and the slowness, it means he's open to counters a lot, and it's not a good thing to be having there, and it means that against a top level opposition, which, to be fair, we're unsure if Kossobutskiy is that. He might get punished. But let's speak about Kossobutskiy. He's accurate, he's powerful, got a high guard, got solid defensive movement, solid head movement, not loads of actual body movement, but solid head movement. Good. He likes to be on the front foot. He walks you down. Got good jab. He throws that over the guard, which is quite nice to see. He's an inside fighter. He's quite composed. He's quite calm. And overall, I mean, from what I've seen from him, it's nice to see that he's got that accuracy. Like I said, the good body work is impressive. It's what can get a lot of his opponents hurt and summon them out of there, and it's impressive. It shows his immense power. I like the jab over the guard. It's necessary because it ups the guard if you keep jabbing over the guard to then open more shots to the body, which he does utilise well, like I mentioned. And I like how he's composed, he's relaxed, he's gonna just take his time with shots, and maybe he's not overly fast, but it's neither's Ajagba, so it doesn't really matter if we like too much in this. He's arguably in his toughest test here. He's not really faced any adversity, unlike Ajagba, so he's never really experienced going to them kind of dark places, going into the trenches, and that could play a factor, to be honest. He's quite slow, like I mentioned. He's got a bit of a sloppy jab. There's definitely not really as much of a jab as what Ajagba has. Ajagba can definitely keep him behind the jab if he wanted to. He can be a little bit too comfortable at times. It can be countered because, like I said, he's quite comfortable, quite composed, but a little bit too much at points. He's also quite an upright fighter. He's not got a massive output either himself, and I feel like it's going to be an interesting matchup. It's if Kossobutskiy can get into close range where he might find success, and he might just force his way into close range, to be honest. And it'll be interesting if Ajagba is going to be forced to throw some more big shots. Kossobutskiy is the favourite for this fight, and I think that Kossobutskiy will win via TKO in round 4. I think Kossobutskiy will be able to just walk him down. I think Ajagba's going to struggle under pressure. I feel like he's not going to be used to fighting off the back foot. If he can't keep his jab, which he needs to do, and throw more, then he's going to struggle. And I think Kossobutskiy will find his accuracy and will use his power, and Ajagba will struggle a bit, and it could be a body shot that hurts him, could possibly be a headshot, but I feel like he's going to set it up and get an early stoppage. If it goes later on, there could be more success. If it goes to decision, Ajagba might have a higher chance, but I feel like it's not going to go to decision. And then where to go on to next, of course, Kossobutskiy was supposed to fight Anderson, but there was issues with visas for that at that point, and so Anderson versus Rudenko, the winner, could fight Kossobutskiy. Parker, I would say, is another option. He's not really with anybody at the moment, so that could be a big fight. Makhmudov, top rank fighter, similar to level to Anderson at the moment, fighting at a similar time, similar point in their career, so could be another good fight as well. But lots of good opportunities I feel like available for Kossobutskiy, and well, either or Ajagba as well if they win. But yeah, that is it for today's video. Hope you did enjoy. Like if you did, like, subscribe if you're new, and thanks for watching.